So welcome back to Kicking It with Kenya. This is your girl Kenya. We got Louis P on the couch. So on this show we discuss anything trendy. And lately, the trendy things that have been happening, all the buzz movies coming out. The one movie I'm interested in talking about right now is Aladdin. How are we feeling about Aladdin in this moment?
Whew. All right. Let's talk about it.
Yeah, how are we feeling right now?
Will is the genie. I'm going to give Will Smith a chance as the genie. Because I think that he can pull off the quirkiness. He can pull off the goofiness, the lovable aspect of the... He's not going to be Robin Williams, but nobody would have been Robin Williams.
I'm not going to put the ghost of Robin Williams past on him.
But that's what I mean. So I'm going to give him a chance, whatever. We'll see. The dude playing Aladdin, the dude playing Jafar. Oh my God.
First of all, let's talk about Jafar, because there's no reason why Jafar looks better than Aladdin. Like, I could get with Jafar if this is the Jafar we're talking about. Jafar was supposed to be some old cryptic, this old, kind of pedophile being, because technically Jasmine's 15, he trying to over here marry her. Like, it's supposed to have that type of this is disgusting. But it's like Jafar looking kind of handsome in this movie. I'm like, all right, so I'm already taking out the element of all right, why not marry him? He powerful, got married. Sure, why not?
Jafar is an over-the-top type villain. Jafar is, like Scar. Jafar's supposed to have that type of style. You are the street rat. That type of stuff. This dude will bring me the lamp. Man. That's not intimidating. That's not Jafar. That's not swaggy.
No.
That Jafar is supposed to actually have somewhat of an intimidation factor.
Sinister.
And sinisterness to him. This dude, and you know what it looks like? When I saw the trailer, it looks like a cosplay of Aladdin.
Right, because I don't even like the set. The set don't even bring me to Agrabah. It just feels like I'm at a play set in Disney. Like, it don't feel like there's, and the set that I'm looking at, I'm like, all right, this don't really look, it looks so CGI. It's just like, why? And the things that are real look fake. It look like we're not in this city. For real. And my issue is, I have an issue with Will being Genie, because I just feel like, is he really going to play the Genie? I just don't need another role for him playing him. It's not hate, but it's like, I need to see
Robin Williams as the Genie was Robin Williams. That was Robin Williams playing Robin Williams.
I know, but it's different though, because Robin Williams as the Genie versus Robin Williams as Mrs. Doubtfire as Robin Williams and certain things is different. Like, there's a distinguished difference. But with Will, it's like, is there going to be a difference? And then on top of that, they're obviously still making Will be Will since when was the Genie able to shape and be in human form?
Well, see, that's not fair, because in the cartoon, the Genie did take the place of what looked like a human, but he was blue. But it's a cartoon, you know what I'm saying? So the Genie did disguise himself like he'd be a bumblebee or he'd be like an animal. Like, he disguised himself around other people.
I would rather that, like bumblebee, animal.
Listen, Will Smith got to you got to show Will Smith face. You cast Will Smith. That budget. You know what I mean? But see, that's what I'm saying. Like, no matter who you would have casted as the Genie, people would have had an issue with, because it's not Robin Williams. Nobody can do Robin Williams. So if you're going to cast someone to do the Genie, in my opinion, the problem with playing a character that was already we see this actor as this character is, you have two choices. You're either going to do an imitation of what they did, which will never live up to it, or you're going to do your own interpretation of this character, which people are still going to compare to what Robin Williams did. So either way, it's a lose-lose. But if he is able to bring a little bit of what people like about him to the role, then it can work in the confines of the movie they're giving us. You know what I'm saying? So that's what I'm saying. I'll give him, I give him a benefit of the doubt. Will Smith can play quirky, goofy. He can do that. He's funny. He can do that. So I don't think he'll give a bad performance, but I think that he's already going in with an anchor on him, because you're going to be compared to Robin Williams, and nobody's ever going to live up to the role that people see solidified with just Robin Williams. You know what I'm saying?
I learned to let that go, especially after the performance of Heath Ledger as Joker. When everybody's like, Jack Nicholson. But it's like, people going to bring, I'm open to it. I'm open to it. The only role you can't touch is Blade. But other than that, I'm open to it.
And they did that. Sticky Fingers did that.
And it sucked. Like, it ended in the first episode. Like, but that's the only role I just feel like you just not cast. That's my personal thing. But at the end of the day, my other biggest problem is I don't believe in Jasmine. Like, I don't like the cast. I don't like who they cast as Jasmine. Jasmine was one of the prettiest, drop dead gorgeous, beautiful princess that I saw myself in, because I honestly, I didn't know Al-Gabar and the logistics of the movie. I just thought she was our first black princess. Mm. But then it's just like, you got this woman. I'm not saying she's not pretty, but she's not giving me Jasmine vibes. Even in the trailer where it was like a part where like he like saw her for the first time in the market and it was a slow-mo. She turned. I'm like, I still don't believe like that slow-mo will be like, she's not Jasmine. Like Jasmine's beautiful, big doe eyes. We couldn't find anybody to give us this type of vibe. And we couldn't find any actors. I mean, and maybe I'm going to catch slack for it, but I'm like, why couldn't they be a little darker? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, why is it that I'm supposed to believe these people live in the sun and and I'm supposed to believe this is supposed to be a place taken in the desert, and then I'm assuming Indian culture, not Indian. What would it be if it was real?
Well,
Muslim, Indian, what would it be?
See, I'm not sure about the logistics of where. I want to say the Middle East. I'm not sure, but the girl they have playing Jasmine, I think she's pretty. I think she's.
Of course, she's pretty. She's pretty.
But I don't necessarily think you can really duplicate what you had with Jasmine in the cartoon. That's the problem when you're playing. You said nobody can play the Genie, but the difference is with the Genie, it's because the one person that you've seen play him to the degree of what you associate that character and the character traits is Robin Williams. So, and because the Genie in the movie is going to be CGI because he's blue in the cartoon, it's not like you can necessarily, the casting for that would be different as opposed to Jasmine, Aladdin, Jafar, and everyone else, where it's like, okay, they have a distinct look. So you can get someone that kind of looks like them. And
but there's nothing, she don't even kind of look like her.
Well,
she don't even like. I get Jasmine's a cartoon. Trust me, I'm not like some like, oh no, you should have found somebody exactly. I guess she's a cartoon, but it's just like she's not Jasmine.
But here's what I'm saying. So now it's going to be, when we see the movie, it's going to be, can she pull it off in a way that makes you say, okay, and look at her as basically, because you said Heath Ledger's Joker. Before Heath Ledger played the Joker, Heath Ledger Joker, no. Then he played his version of Joker and people said, oh. So if Jasmine, Aladdin, and all these actors playing these roles bring these characters to life in a way where we say, okay, I like that, then it works, even though they don't necessarily look like what we think the character should look like, because it can still work. Will Smith is the only one that has that uphill battle because he's very recognizable because he's Will Smith. So when we see Will Smith trying to play the Genie, we are going to see Will Smith with a little ponytail. You know what I'm saying? Like, so it's just like,
somebody says, what is it? Shazam's little cousin? Kazam. Kazam's little cousin.
Yeah, it's like Kazam little nephew. You know what I mean? Like, but it's like, well, what did you expect? You know what I mean? Like, off the head, I can probably say like, if you're gonna cast a Genie, someone that can pull off their personality, I'd say like maybe like a Jim Carrey, even Eddie Murphy. True. He can pull off that level of quirkiness.
Right.
And if you're gonna,
because Eddie Murphy has a donkey. Oh.
Yeah. So if you CGI the Genie, because you can see CGI the Genie to make it look like the Genie looked in the cartoon. But the difference is in the movie, the CGI face of the Genie is Will Smith. But that's his face. And
it takes me out of it. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, it just looked like Will Smith. It looked like Will Smith painted in blue and a puffy cloud around him. It don't look like, it's like, if they just even, like, I remember I saw something on me, like, if they just did little things like widen his chin or like take away the nipple or made his nose a little pointy, like distinct things and make him a little cartoonish, then that Genie part, when he's a Genie, is more believable. But as his face just still being his face, and the only thing they really change is his ears, I'm assuming, like, that's not even a Genie look. It just feels like you just chopped your legs off and there's a cloud. And then you're talking. And that's it.
But you see, this is where, and I don't know the specifics of his contracts, but I would assume it's in his contract or somewhere when he agreed that his face would be shown.
But you are being shown in human form.
But that's what I mean. But as a genie CGI, so you associate the human form with the genie. Because if you look like what you're saying in the CGI form and then transforms into Will Smith, I'm like, you know what I'm saying? It's not going to have that same type of thing. So you would kind of have to have the CGI face of him as the genie when he goes into his human form. I think, and I don't know if they are because we don't know yet, but I think they should have the genie be disguised like he was in the cartoon. Like when he's disguised as a bumblebee.
Right, just little things like that.
A bird, like when him and Yago argue and he goes just and turns himself into a cat. Something like that. Because those play into the genie's personality. From the trailer that we saw, it looks like Will Smith, like I said, he has the jokey jokes, the quirkiness. Looks like he's going to rap. Never had a friend like me. I assume you're going to hear Will Smith spit some bars in that. You're going to throw him a song. But I'm going to give it a shot. I'm going to go in with giving it the benefit of the doubt. I'm going to go in with high hopes of hopefully it's entertaining and hopefully this is good because I'm not rooting for it to fail. I don't ever go into a movie rooting for it to fail. You know what I'm saying? So I think that from what we've seen, I think there's some potential there. You just have to get it out of your head as how the cartoon characters look as opposed to how the movie characters look. Because I'm going to tell you, the dude they got playing Aladdin, he doesn't look. Aladdin's a street rat.
Oh, I was going to get into Aladdin because, you but continue. I was going to get into it, but
that's what I mean. Aladdin's a street rat. Aladdin is basically a dumpster diver, a homeless, like perceived in that time as like he's a bum. You know what I'm saying? So this dude, when they show him, he looks like a prince. He looks like he got. It don't look like there's no trouble with it. Yeah, and I think that I seen someone do a review where it was like. Because in the cartoon he has like the vest with the shirt under, but because of where they're at, I guess they didn't want to do that. But the way he looks, like when I first saw, he doesn't look like he doesn't look like Aladdin to me, or he looks like I'm gonna have trouble seeing this guy as Aladdin. You know what I'm saying? Like, and
I'm already having trouble because Jafar looked good. Like so. Aladdin, you're supposed to be the most handsome prince to me. Mm-hmm. Animation wise, Aladdin was fine, hands down, compared to all the other princes, and he was the only one with real personality. So now you mean to tell me the roles were reversed and Jafar was better than Aladdin? That's just taking me out the element. Like I'm not supposed to want to get with Jafar. I'm supposed to be like, ew, this man's a creep. Like, but now here I am, like, I don't know. Maybe I might want to marry.
Well, we gotta see how he pulls off creep in the movie.
Right.
However he's able to pull that off, like I said, that goes back to what their jobs are, is pulling these character traits off in ways that make us invest in them how we're supposed to. We're supposed to look at Jafar like how we look at Scar in The Lion King, like we can't trust him. He's just a little shaky, a little shifty. Like those are the two most, in my opinion, as far as in Disney cartoons growing up. Those were my favorite villains, Jafar and Scar. I had the Jafar snakeskin staff as a kid. So we gotta see. We gotta see. I'm willing to give it a shot. And like I said, I'm going there with an open mind. Like, all right, let's see how you're gonna do it. I don't have high faith. I have higher faith in The Lion King than I do Aladdin. Right. I'm gonna lie here. But we'll see.
Yeah, we'll see. Because honestly, like you could just hashtag this movies we didn't ask for. Like there's no creativity in Hollywood anymore. But you let us know in the comments what you think, how you feel about Aladdin or any other remake movie. You could do hashtag movies we didn't ask for, hashtag movies you actually really want to see. Get back to us, and as always, see you next time.